Hey guys, Taylor here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you already been here, thanks for coming back. So today's video, I am super excited. We are going to be playing with the new Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey. Y'all, I love the original translucent powder. So when I heard she was coming out with a yellow shade, I got so excited. I had to pick this up. I have to do this video. So I'm going to do a side-by-side with the new powder and the original translucent. So if you are interested, please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video, and follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright, also I already applied my foundation. I used the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai, the OG by the way. I used this in my most recent video and I was like, it's time to bring her back. So that's what we are doing today. I am going to show you guys the powder, tell you a little bit about it, like show you side by side with the old powders, because I do have like all three of the Mercier powders, and then we will jump into like putting it on the skin after we conceal and all that good stuff. So if you've never heard about the Mercier translucent powders, you are clearly living under a rock, my friend. But according to Sephora, it is a lightweight, easy to apply loose powder that blends effortlessly to set makeup for 16 hours. Well, up to 16 hours. It is light, matte, and it is for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. I have dry skin and I don't find that it is a dry matte powder, so when I apply it, it doesn't like dry my skin out, it doesn't cling to my dry patches. So that's why I really love this powder, and like it blurs the hell out of your face. Like I'm gonna just show y'all. All right, so when Mercier first came out with this powder, we got one shade, and that is the shade translucent. So far this is like my favorite setting powder because it's just perfect for under eye setting. Like it doesn't change the color of your concealer, it blurs really well, and I don't know, the shade is just, it just has that perfect hint of pink in it, and that is what I like personally. I'm going to try and show you guys what this shade looks like. So this is what translucent looks like. It is really light, so if you are like probably 2 or 3 shades darker than me, then you probably did not like this powder. So what Mercier did, they came out with another shade which is translucent medium deep. I personally, if I use this powder, it's probably just to set everywhere else on the face, but for under eye setting, like it was just too dark for me, but the formula is still the same. This is what medium deep looks like. So this is that nice rich red undertone. It's perfect for setting everywhere else. So the new powder that came out is in the shade Honey. Like I haven't opened it to look at it in person, but based on pictures, it is like a perfect in between of the Huda Beauty Kunafa and the Fenty Beauty banana powder. So it's not too dark as the Huda and it's not too light as the Fenty Beauty. It's like that perfect in between, and if it is, I think I'm really going to like this powder because I love the Huda Beauty, but it's just a little bit too dark, and the Fenty is just way too light. So I'm going to open that up right now and show you guys what it looks like. So for the new powder, it is still $39. The package is pretty much the same. The only thing different about this is the writing on the cap. So it's like a different font, but in terms of packaging, like it's pretty much the same thing. All right guys, so I just opened up the package of the new powder, and this shade is really nice. The formula I'm not worried about, it's just the shade. Like I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but I'm going to try my best to show you guys what this shade looks like. While I was editing the video, I realized that because the light in my room is so bright, you couldn't really see the true color of the yellow powder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn some of these lights off, or just turn them down a bit so you can see the true color of the powder. So if this clip gets a little bit darker, that is why. Okay, this is what Honey and translucent looks like side by side. So this is translucent and this is Honey. All right, so I hope you were able to see the colors a little bit better. So with all of that being said, let's just jump back into the video. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to do a side-by-side on my face using Honey and translucent. So let's jump right into concealing the face so you can apply this powder. I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm using the shade Amande. For the under eyes only, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Full Wear in the shade 410. I'm going to contour my face with my Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer in the shade 06 Chocolate. And I'm using a e.l.f. contouring brush. Alright, so I'm going to blend my concealer out with this Eco Sponge. I also know that we are blended. I'm going to go in with the translucent powder on this side, and I'm going to use translucent honey, which is the new one, on this side. So I'm just taking the sponge that I used for my foundation just to blend any creasing that might have happened, and then I'm going to go in with translucent. So I'm taking a beauty blender to apply the translucent powder, and I'm just going to press it in on this side of the face. I'm going to press the powder in, and then I'm going to do a little bit of baking just so you can see the shade difference. So I'm going to use a sponge, and I'm going to do a little bit of baking right here under the eyes and around my nose. Alright, so for the next side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my foundation sponge, blend any creasing that might have happened, and then I'm going to take this Real Techniques sponge, and I'm going to press honey under the eyes. And then I'm going to do a light bake. And same thing around my nose. I'm just going to use honey to set the rest of the face. Alright y'all, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the sponge that I used to apply each powder, and I'm just going to press it into the skin. Alright you guys, so far under my eyes look flawless. I'm not even going to joke. Right now I'm leaning more towards the yellow side, and I am a translucent stan. But I'm going to finish the rest of my face off camera and then come back and give you guys my final thoughts, you know. But so far I'm impressed. Alright you guys, so I am back, and this is the finished look. Like, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, I just took out my Huda Beauty powder, my Sacha Buttercup, and the Laura Mercier honey powder, and I looked at all three powders and I was like, I know I'm not wrong. The Huda Beauty and the Sacha, it is yellow powders, but they have that mustard color to them, so when you apply them under your eyes, it looks like you are wearing a yellow powder. But if you like look back in the video, when I applied both the Laura Mercier translucent and the Laura Mercier honey, it looked like I was applying the same powder, but in person it just looks a lot softer in terms of the color. So if you are darker than me and you normally use a yellow powder, I feel like this one is like the perfect soft yellow, not too obvious yellow. So that is why I really like this powder. I think this is the perfect yellow powder. I'm just going to say that I really like it. The formula is unmatched, we know that, but the color is amazing. The only thing I'm upset about with this powder is that I feel like we waited too long. Like when the medium deep powder came out, like this powder should have been a part of that launch. That is just my opinion, but yo, we waited too long for this powder, but we are grateful nonetheless because I really like it. Let me know if you guys like see a difference in the powder. Let me know if you are going to try it. Let me know if this video was helpful. Once again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, y'all, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.